Horizon just almost UX, and this is what happens when you unleash a psychopath on Sons of the Forest. I'm guessing Joss is a psychopath. Yeah, it would make sense. Yeah, this is the game Sons of the Forest from this year. This game was released this year. Okay, so this is gonna be Joss type game. Let's game it out the way he plays it, right? Building and whatever, exploiting and breaking the game. But it's the latest thing, so I guess it's gonna have some latest mechanics and things. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Let's watch it. I haven't heard of this game, Sons of the Forest, but yeah, it does feel like Jaws type game. I don't know. So let's watch one. Remember to like my reaction, don't forget, like, subscribe, so I know which type of videos to react to more. Check out the reaction in this link in the season. Yeah. Hey, look at the hashtag simulation. So yeah, simulation type game. All right, let's watch it.
Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. We're playing Sons of the Forest, and something tells me we're gonna have a lot of fun today. I don't know what it is. Something about it just makes me have that feeling. Oh, and also this video is sponsored by Opera GX, but more on that in a little bit. For now, it's time for new game. Now, there is a story to this game, but I'm gonna give you the quick version. We're some kind of private security. Me and old Fisheye and Kelvin over there. Creepy Kelvin. Hey, what are you guys looking at? Oh, wait a minute. You're not looking at the case files. You're looking at Opera GX, the first browser for gamers. What's that? You don't know about the browser for gamers? Well, then what are we waiting for? Let's talk about all the hot details of your next favorite browser. Let's start with compatibility. One of my first questions about a browser is usually, does it have all the extensions I'm used to using, like on other browsers? And the answer is yes, because anything that's in the Chrome Web Store, you can install right into Opera GX. You just go over there, do some clicking, and now it's all yours. You've also got a vast level of customization you can do to make the browser entirely your own. So you could go with like the default red motif, or you can customize every color and make it your dream browser. Oh, and also there's a custom Let's Game It Out wallpaper just sitting there waiting for you. And also, did you know there's mods now? There's all kinds of wacky stuff in here. Like, how about we install this one called Clicky? It does exactly what you think it's gonna do. Yeah, and there's a lot of other random things in here. It's a lot of fun to look around and see what you find. Also, I've got to talk about my favorite thing, the GX Corner. I love that it shows me a release calendar of upcoming games, and if you download Opera GX through my linky in the description, you'll get this custom little section that shows the last 3 videos that I've put out. Geez, when is this guy gonna put out another video already? And there's honestly so much more in this browser. I bet you'll find something on your own that'll quickly become your favorite. So if this sounds good to you, there's a linky in the description to download right now for free. And thanks again to Opera GX for sponsoring. Anyway, where are we? Oh, about to crash, that's what. Oop, there goes Fisheye. Kelvin, hang in there, you're gonna be fine. I got you. No, I don't. Well, I'm sure that we'll be okay. We're only sinking to the bottom of the ocean. You're right, Kelvin. I should get out of here. Oh, good news. We made it. As did our knapsack and this emergency pouch thing. Here we are in what I believe is...
Yeah, see, Call of Duty started this shit. First-person experience thing whenever somebody crashes and things like that, right? But they have one colossal problem in that they don't show the real physics of it, right? When the helicopter hits the water, you would have an instant push down. He would slam completely down, right? If he doesn't, his knees would be broken, right? So that's not how easy it would be.
Our randomized starting location. We've got a couple of things here, including things we can pick up like rocks. We can also open up these things to discover what's like inside, like blue paper tape. Gimme those. Oh, and we also have this guy crying out in misery and pain. Let's see what we got here. Like oh, it's Kelvin. And we could hold E to pick him up, but I think instead we're just gonna leave him there for now.
No,
after all, look at all this gear we gotta collect.
Let's see.
Let's just... Ooh, a space tarp. I'm sure you'll come in handy. And after we go ahead and pop all of these and take their contents, everything from bullets to grenades. Grenades? I mean, this isn't gonna work, is it? Well, only one way to find out.
Fuck me.
Oh. I mean, I guess it does work. You know, maybe we won't do that. Don't worry, though. We're still just gonna let him writhe around on the ground for a while. Anyway, back to collecting all of these things. I'm glad that these totes are organized the same way I would do it. Full of desk lamps and calculators and... Is that a xylophone? What a treasure trove. And some flares. Hey, Kelvin, is this gonna help you out? Not at all, but it sure was...
If you have a know-how and if you're stranded somewhere, that is a treasure.
Funny. Oh, actually, you know what? Your emergency condition reminded me of something. First off, this is our inventory. And this right here is our emergency pouch, which contains some nice emergency goodies. Ooh, like this axe here. Oh, and how tempting this is. But that's not what an axe is for. We're supposed to be using the axe for this. Huh. Ha! Ha! Glorious tree cutting. Well, isn't that both easy and fun? I love any game that lets you assert your dominance over nature. Although I sure hope Kelvin is okay. Oh yeah, he's fine. And also, hey,
Although this game is so realistically made graphically and everything, the trees and everything. You cut it off, it just drops and it's just like some weird pieces, it just explodes into something.
Kelvin, what's all this stuff over here? Are these other friends of ours? I'm gonna go with no. I think they're just hanging around instead. That's okay, though. There's a whole world out here for us to explore. Anyway, back over here with
This is a
Kelvin.
great
I think we
concept
want
for
to do
gaming.
our part to make sure he stays safe. And that involves using the game's comprehensive building system. So we'll just put a log here. And then we'll put one here. And one more right there. Okay, it's a solid start. And now rinse and repeat. Again and again. Okay, this looks pretty good. We took Kelvin and we encased him in his own little wooden tomb.
Yeah, nobody will
Meanwhile,
hurt you
over
now,
here in
buddy. Nobody will
inventory
help you
land,
either.
we've got ourselves a fancy lighter. Well, that's not the kind of lighter I was expecting. Can we use it to set these logs aflame? Does not appear to be the case. Well, that's okay. I've got a backup plan for this, which of course is going to use more logs. One of the building things we can do is drive stuff into the ground. Here, watch, like this. Ta-da! And then after
It's
that,
that
we can
easy.
put down another piece. Look at that, we've made a log ramp. All we have to do is walk up on this, hop over, and we can happily see that our guy is still suffering. But the fun doesn't stop here. We can use these logs for oh so many things. For example, you can put two like this and space it out, and then put a cross beam in the middle, add another beam down like that, and now look at that. That arrow is clapping for us. What does it mean? Well, I'll tell you. Ta-da! And then with just a couple more logs, we can turn all this abstractness into a ramp. Wow, what a deal. And then we can walk right up here, and there's even more fun to be had. Oh, don't worry, he's fine. What I'm worried about, though, is that log barely made it in. So instead of risking them not going in like that one, we're gonna actually split these things up into bite-sized little pieces. What an absolutely versatile system. And now that they're smaller, look how easily they go in. There's plenty of room for extra
gonna
logs.
bury my
I wonder
love,
if we can
of course
just
he is.
throw these from here. Hey, Kelvin, heads up. Thanks, I thought it was a good shot too. Yeah, that seems pretty good, doesn't it? And the best part about this is because of the way this build system works, we can make a little window to check in on him. What's with all the crying? I'm helping you out. Hello? Oh good, you're still in there. I'm here to finally pick you up. Yep, there we go. How are you doing, buddy? Hey, wake up. I need you to pay attention through all the clipping walls and stuff. Now, you can't see it because of all the logs, but we're basically making sure that he's awake. All right, Kelvin, ready to get out of here? Are you serious? You want to play peekaboo? Oh, what a jokester you are. Okay, so here's Kelvin's deal for real. He can't hear anymore, and for whatever reason, he doesn't talk, but he sure can smile.
He just spent 6 minutes doing basically nothing, just having fun with him, that's it.
Yeah, that's a good Kelvin. Anyway, the way we get him to do stuff is we go between various orders like follow me or get certain kinds of items and so on and so forth. You ready to go on an adventure, Kelvin? Yeah, you are. You know he's excited because his eyes rolled back in his head. Okay, let's leave all this behind and go into the forest. Kelvin, you still with me? Yeah. Now, before we get too deep into our journey of going
looks
through the
good, man,
forest,
Gabe. Look at
let's
that.
take a look at some of our
Far
wild
Cry or
tools we
something.
have here. Like other people's random meds. In real life, I wouldn't recommend doing this, but hey, in the forest, apparently this is perfectly normal.
It's
And we'll
Xanax.
wash it down with this nice energy drink. Bottoms up. Ah, littering. I love it. Anyway, the thing that matters the most to us right now, besides all this shade blocking my inventory, thank God we have these handy dandy controls. Ah, yes, much
Look at
better.
that
Anyway,
LED.
the thing we care about is this right here, the GPS tracker, which is oh so helpful to our journey. See, there's us, and that K is Kelvin. Look how mobile he is now, and not at all sinister before he saunters off into the woods. Anyway, there's a bunch of things we can learn from this, like there's the crashed helicopter. And wait a minute, what is this? Is this a cave? Hey, Kelvin, you just stay there in the bushes, okay? I want to check out what that cave was. Let's see, if I were a cave, where would I be? Well, this looks promising, especially with these toilets out front. I mean, utility buckets. And more importantly, a human skull. Yeah.
Shouldn't be this like a Silent Hill? The more you explore, the more it gets revealed on the map or shit like that, right? Why does the map or digital map just tells you that there's a cave, there's this, right? And that LED light on the briefcase. I mean, just rendered. You're not flooded with power right now.
Yeah, I'm glad you can not only palm it, but you can use it to try to scare people. Like, for example, hey, Kelvin. Oh, hello. Hey, Kelvin, what do you think of this? Oogity boogity. Yeah, he's impressed. Anyway, let's see about getting into this hole. And unfortunately, we can't skull our way in. So I guess it's axe o'clock. Okay, let's go. Yep, this is a cave, all right. I don't know why, but Kelvin won't follow me in here. That's fine, more stuff for me. And more importantly, it's really, really hard to see. Okay, we have some bats and more creepy caves. Not to mention whatever this is down here. After all, what can possibly go wrong? You know, like with all these bones on the ground.
They are not warnings.
Ow, what hit me? You know, never mind. I think I'm good not knowing. Look, I'm sure it's fine. I'm just gonna keep on going and hope it doesn't follow me.
What the fuck is this? What is this? Sunday Now zombie movie? The fuck is this?
Never mind.
They're like volatiles from Dying Light or something.
I think I'm good not knowing. Look, I'm sure it's fine. I'm just gonna keep on going and hope it doesn't follow
walk.
me.
Oh, not even gonna run.
Pardon me and excuse you. And before you know it, we're coming to something much cooler, like whatever this is. Ooh, a stun gun. Say no more. And not just that, but it looks like we have an extra clothing option. They are not frightening.
What is happening?
Anyway, it looks like that might be all that's around. I mean, except for this, but we don't really get to see what's happening over there quite yet. And I'm sure it's fine. Creepy things moving in the distance, no big deal. Anyway, let's rush back to Kelvin with our new toy. Yeah, pardon me, please. See, look at—
What the fuck is— I thought this game's gonna be he's stranded, there's some tribal type of people or some other, you know, people who's gonna be a horror show thing. I didn't know it was gonna be creepy monsters gonna pop out, like from Dying Light or something. Especially that room, red lit room, right? With something past, oh god. This game is just getting better and better with every minute.
Look at that, we're already back outside.
Simulation Kelvin, with this kind of
Kelvin, are you still here? Oh my god, there you are, Kelvin. I thought I'd lost you. Think fast. Ah, it feels so good, doesn't it? For us, I mean. Hey, that was pretty fun, right? Would you like another one? Oh, that Kelvin, what a kidder. Hey, Kelvin, I'm sorry about that. No hard feelings, okay? Here, how about this? I have an item for you. Here, have this nice leather jacket that I just found. Oh, I see. You've never looked cooler. Now I'm not gonna feel bad when I shoot you with this thing. Anyway, let us proceed. Oh, yep, this looks promising. Oh boy, we have a dig site. And I know that because as
Wait a minute, is there going to be a night? When night happens, problem breaks out or shit like that kind of plot? Because they were in the cave, it was dark and that's why the creatures were there. When the night comes, if that's system like that, this game is so fucking good. It's like, what is that, Pitch Black with that Riddick movie, the first one? It's like that.
Get close, it shows me a shovel icon, and I definitely don't have one of those. But you know, it does look like the sun is going down, and we're gonna need a place to sleep. So what could be better than right here? Now let's not get too fancy. We're just gonna lay out a nice tarp right on top of this. There, it's ready, and now we'll just prop it up with a handy dandy stick. I'm ready to sleep on what might be someone's grave, if we're lucky. Well, good night. And just like that, a brand new day. A whole day ahead of us to— Oh, Kelvin, I want you to be honest with me. Did you watch me sleep all night? I'll take that as a yes, and for once, I'm not going to give you the breakfast of champions. Now, we could just leave all this stuff behind, but I feel like we got to secure this job site first. What happens if somebody smarter than Kelvin comes across it? We can't have them digging up this treasure or body or whatever is down here. Kelvin, I need you to get me some logs and put them right here. Hop to it. That's a good Kelvin. You stand here and do all the work, and I'll just watch you. Yes, yes. It feels so good to watch someone else do everything. To make things worse, I'm going to throw rocks at him while he does it. Nice work. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Kelvin, come back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Oh, okay, he's fine. I'm glad he's unperturbed by the fact he's now bleeding from his head. He understands that there's vital work to be done. Don't worry, though. I'm doing my part. Hey, Kelvin, think fast. Okay, this seems like a pretty good pile. While he's doing all that work, let's go ahead and get started on this. While the plan is indeed to build something on top of this space, I have to admit, I have an ulterior motive here. We haven't really had a chance to test out what this building system can do, and I, for one, would like to see just how high up we can build. So hold, please. This
is gonna be like Fallout.
Okay, I did a lot of building, like a lot and a lot and a lot. I decided that we needed to see above the tree line, and this seemed like the easiest way to do it, even though building something of this magnitude took a really, really long time. Thank God I had the help of what's-his-face. Isn't that right?
I guess
he's fine. He's just resting. Anyway, so how's about I give you the grand tour? And by that, I mean it's a bunch of logs and wooden ramps spanning a glorious 33 floors. And once we make it to the top, you can see that it's not quite finished here. But I figured that was okay. It gives it that kind of always in development look. Plus, we always get a chance to look down at our handiwork. And there's all the wood we chopped, which is not nearly as much as you'd think it would be. But what a view! We can see all these trees and the ocean and that beautiful beautiful river right there, not to mention that beach over that direction, and such a stunning view of this mountain. And of course I wanted to build that high, but it turns out building something like this takes a while. Because don't forget, you can only carry 2 logs at a time. Which means that every time I want to grab my 2 logs and take them all the way up there, I have to take the stairs like everybody else. And rushing up these ramps isn't really that big of a deal, but just going up this all the way to the top took a solid 30 seconds. And then I add my 2 logs, and then I have to do it all over again. And each one of these floors, once you count up all the logs plus the pieces that were used to make the ramp, is about 40 logs of floor. That means I have to do 20 trips of floor. It's a lot of running back and forth. It took a whole lot longer, of course, because I had to keep telling Kelvin what to do. You might also be wondering, why are my hands covered in blood? Well, I'll tell you. It turns out you can throw logs into the air and then catch them with your face. To absolutely extraordinary results. I also want to see if I can convince Kelvin to come up to the top with me. Yep, stare at my crotch for some reason and nod. Okay, so far so good. He can navigate the stairs, kinda. Okay, buddy, let's go. Come on up. Sorry, these ramps are so hard on you. So something tells me he's not going to be able to find his way up here. Well, what good are you then? Anyway, if he's going to be like that, let's see if we can bring the fun to him. Besides, he's fine. So here's one cool thing we can do. If we bring out our axe, now covered in Kelvin's blood, you can actually, shall we say, customize some things. And normally you would use this for if you wanted to like make windows in a structure where there previously wasn't one. Now you can do that. Look how nice that looks. And you can also use that option for if you put a log in the ground like so, and you decide you don't want it quite that tall, you can go up to it and chop it down to whatever customization level that you want. Isn't that something? The possibilities are endless. Although I have to admit, I'm not sure what happens when you cut down a structure here, when it's kind of a load-bearing structure for a lot of way up. Well, I guess only one way to find out. Here we go. Oh, I see. It appears to have self-corrected. Oh my god, and every single floor is sloping now. Wait, can I just do this all over the place? I sure can, and thus I sure will. Oh, now that's too even. We gotta fix that. We'll just take it down yet another notch. There we go, and there we go. Oh, that's looking exceptional now. Well, Kelvin seems unperturbed, despite the fact that right behind him, all of the ramps are, taking on interesting characteristics now. Okay, well, now we have to keep going. Anywhere that lets us chop needs to be chopped, and turn the entire thing into a weird work of art. I just can't believe it lets us do this over and over and over. And it's not like every single one. Like, there's some that just don't let you do it, but a lot of them you can. So really, why wouldn't we accept all offers?
Seriously, man, this is ridiculous. I mean, obviously it's stupid. It shouldn't work like this. But I'm pretty sure they did this specifically for Jaws, right? No way it's the other way around. Seriously, man, he's gonna finish this video just doing all this shit. But what's with that creature thing? What that thing in the red room? What is this game? Is this game about just trying to survive and somebody come after you or something? That's not the case. I thought when it turns night, it's going to be danger, but that wasn't the case. So only if you go in specific places, there's going to be danger. Is that it? They're kind of horror type creatures. This game just took like Silent Hill type of mentality and this simulation type of thing where you build shit and survive and meld it together.
Oh yeah, look at all the good we've done in here. Calvin, I'm glad you're still standing there. And even past him, it gets even worse. Oh my god, this is fantastic. And also, despite how horrible it looks, you can still navigate it, which is good because there's a ton more beams we need to cut down. And really, if these ramps are getting too hard to climb up, no problem, we'll just customize the layout until everything fits better. And don't worry, everything is still totally navigatable. I mean, kinda. It does get a little weird at parts, but everything's still functionally there and totally gets the job done. And by gets the job done, I mean, it gets us closer to pillars that we can chop to make things worse. See, this is the architecture
this is like
I'm
Far
in it
Cry
for.
Tower.
You know, it's weird, but for some reason, this is getting harder and harder to climb. Couldn't say why for sure, but I'm sure it's nothing I did. But you know, all things considered, still pretty stable. I mean, kinda. Stable by our standards. And also, if there's structures in the way, you can just pull them out and get them out of there. I like how some of it isn't even connecting anymore. Okay, finally made it to the top, and it sure is looking very normal, very us. Just remember, it used to look like this, and now it looks like this. What a lovely sight this all is. And at this point, it's kind of like, I'm not really sure how to get down without hurting myself. But let's step back for a second, and I'll show you something I found along the way. As I was wandering around at some point, I came across this beautiful stream. Let's even stop for a drink of water. I'm sure that's plenty safe, just like whoever was riding in this cart. Anyway, check out what's right past it. Yet another cave entrance.
Oh my god.
Except this one takes us somewhere that's going to be very exciting for us.
That room?
Because as you can see, it leads us into a facility of sorts. And in this place, we have all kinds of exciting goodies. Because conveniently down here in this lab is a 3D printer. Look at all the fun things we can make. Arrows, a creepy mask, and also a sled. I think this is what we need in our lives right now. Well, so far this looks like a sled, all right.
Oh,
wait a
God,
minute,
I love
what?
this.
Is it like the first part of a sled? Oh, nope, it's the whole sled. And
Oh God, imagine if you didn't watch this video and just playing the game. You just play the game, you think, well, you only have things to survive wood and you can chop wood and whatever. Then you come across another cave, like there's gonna be monsters here. No, look at that, it's a facility. Now I can make shit that I can use to survive. This game has that exploration reward element into it, which is so good.
can also get in by jumping in the air and quickly getting inside, because now we can have really fun sled adventures.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Oh, which means now I have this convenient little sled, and I have an untested theory that maybe we can use it to get to the ground. Okay, are you ready? Here goes nothing. Huh! Now get in the sled. Easy, easy, easy. Oh, look at that. And a safe landing with all of my health. Well, that was fun. Time to shove this back into my pocket. And now that we're back here all safe and sound, you know, safe and sound, just like how jacked up this looks. Especially that mess right there. And I'll never get tired of seeing Kelvin's creepy silhouette just right there. Anyway, we're still not done yet, because now I want it to have decorations. So we're gonna take a little trip through the wilderness to gather some supplies. So there's a bunch of fun decorating we can do. We can make benches and tables, but that's not really what I'm interested in. I'm interested in this, a skull lamp. Doesn't that look festive? And even more exciting is I think I know where to procure some. Hi, fellas. How would you like to contribute to the cause? Oh, I think I made a bad call. And something tells me I need to be a little bit more cautious about how I go about this. But surely even this guy is susceptible to enough rocks, right? Only one way to find out. And I have to do it while also dodging all these other people. Ow! Stop it! Oh, there goes one. And yes, you could do stuff like building spears in this game, but why do that when you can just pelt people with rocks? Isn't that right? Yeah. And 3 and 4. And now all we need to do is deal with this tall drink of water. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I boring you? Get back here. I like that he's like, no, stop. Oh boy, this sure is taking a lot of rocks, isn't it? 45, 46, 67, 68, 84. Oh my god, that finally did it. I might have lost count at some point, but it only took hitting him 80-something times in the chest with rocks. Unfortunately, we don't have the skull yet. So hold, please. And there you have it. A nice relaxing pile of heads. Oh, but we're not done.
Imagine some people.
Yeah, there's a little matter of, well, you know where this is going.
Imagine if some people come across this site and see all these dead bodies and actually do x-rays or whatever. How did they die? They died from internal hemorrhaging. Somebody took rock and just threw at them.
Hey, Kelvin, look what I found. Rah! You know what? I totally forgot I already had a skull from earlier. Oh, well. But I still expect you to act impressed, Kelvin. Anyway, now we can build our little skull lamp. We'll just take a stick and we'll just put it down like that. Then we'll add a little bit of cloth like that. And last but not least, the skull. Ah, very nice. Well, let's make some more of them. I'm happy that it's so easy to make these. But as it turns out, there's kind of a downside to these, which is that they're easily knocked over. See, look at that. There they go. So instead, I'll take these things over to my local water supply and just throw them in there. Finally, I'm wasting and polluting like a true American. At least they look nice and menacing, especially as it becomes nighttime. In fact, they're the only thing out here that we can see. Well, at least we know Kelvin's still here. Well, that sounds promising. Kelvin, look out. We've got some company. And this one's wearing a hoodie. Ooh. Ow! Who could have predicted that they were going to retaliate?
So I was right. Oh, no, they're retaliating. Or is it because of night? Because if you go to sleep, maybe nobody will notice you. But if you don't sleep, attacks happen at night, that would be so rude, man.
Oh my god, Kelvin, you're alive. We gotta get out of here right now. And by we, I mean me. Enjoy, bye. Thanks for your sacrifice. Okay, I think everything's all right. It's daytime now. And my goodness, how nice the tower looks. I wonder and kind of hope that Kelvin's dead. You know, sometimes you just want to bask in how good this looks. Look at all those crappy ramps. Okay, well, that was BS. We gotta prepare this thing for next time. So I think I know where I want to begin with this, but I want to test something first. And for that, I need to figure out if Kelvin is still alive. Kelvin? 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 What the hell are you doing? Is this you hiding? Well, stop it. I need you. I'm just so glad he's here with me. I don't know what I would do without him. Okay, Kelvin, here's what I need from you. I would like you to stay right here. Can you do that? Good. Anyway, hold still. I want to test something with campfires. Okay, I call that a successful test. And now for test number 2, also known as any excuse to wail on Kelvin. Oh, so it looks like if someone does hover over the fire long enough, then they do eventually catch on fire. I don't think it has to be right over the twigs and berries, but that was his choice. All right, well, let's double the fun with more fires. Hold still. Now, the downside is clearly this doesn't do that much damage, or else I think Kelvin would be dead by now. Uh-oh, Kelvin, don't turn around. There's a bad guy near us. Never mind. Looks like it's a friend. Where did that thing go? Dang it, it's run away. In the meantime, we need to prepare for the next test, and that means getting more logs.
Seriously, one of these days YouTube's gonna be like, man, I know this is game and I know your style is just to muck around, but you're getting intense every time. So this game is tribal type of people who probably are cannibal or some shit. They're gonna attack you if you attack them. They're creatures in the caves, like dying like type of shit. There was some big creature in the red room. I don't know what the fuck was that.
Okay, now with these logs, we're gonna build a little something out here. All we need to do is put another one right here next to the first one, and then in short order, this turns into this. A nice little tiny mini prison, which hopefully will be enough to trap one of those guys when they come back. Now we just need to set the bait. No, not you, jackass. Oh, here we go. We've got a contender. I get stopping right there. You gotta stretch your hammies and stuff first. Okay, here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, what are you doing? Stop that. I need to get you in the hole, not around the hole. Okay, come on, follow me in here. Just do me a favor and don't hit me right now, okay? Okay, that's not helping. That's not helping anybody. Well, the important part is, are you catching on fire or not? You know what I probably need is more fires. Hold on. Yep, watch yourself. Aw, see, there we go. It's not so bad, right? Oh, hey, you know what? That does seem to work, at least for a little while. Seems like what we need to do is make a lot of fires. Like a lot of fires. Like a lot of them. Yeah, this feels pretty good. No big deal, just a nice little circle of fire. And thank goodness I was able to do all this stuff while this guy was occupied. That's the spirit. You're so big and strong. Hey, what's that behind me? Never mind. It looks like this is working. Uh-oh, he's in here with me. Sarah, through the glitchy goodness, did you just throw a skeleton at me? You know, I feel like this isn't working as I hoped it would. He seems uninterested in this fire business. Nope, I take it back. There he goes. Ah, well, that was nice. Well, this seems like the ultimate...
He just spent a whole game like, I wonder what creative way I can kill these people. That people like, you're not afraid of us, afraid of you.
problem solver, doesn't it? Let's go get some more willing participants for the Ring of Fire. Hey, fellas, can I interest you in,
Everybody's running
what in tarnation is happening here? I didn't realize there would be a whole new threat here. Are you okay?
What
well,
the
you know
fuck
what? It's
is
all
this?
the same to me. Why don't you guys come with me anyway? Ah, look how good it looks from back here.
You can't run? What are you doing?
Perfect column of flames. Come on. Come on. Oh, looks like you see something you like. I hope it's this column of flames because that's what's about to happen. Don't worry about all that glitchiness. It's good for you. Okay, they're definitely on fire. And scene. Oh, yeah. What a great way to battle the elements. Well, this calls for a celebration. Oh, Kelvin, you're always ready to party. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It looks like I've upset the natives. This might be a little too much for me to handle. Quickly, protect me, tower. They won't follow me up here, will they? Okay. Okay, I see how it is. I think I might have made some bad calls. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Stop hitting that. Oh, good. Well, now you jackasses have done it. Now I've got to build this whole thing all over again. I hope you're happy with yourselves. At least I've still got this. Unlike my tower, this thing will never leave me. I'm gonna go try to find a nice place to use my sled, seeing as how this place appears to be slightly compromised. I want to thank Opera GX again for sponsoring this video. If you want to check out the browser for yourself, it's free. You can
What the fuck was this game, man? Why did those things came out? What was that thing in the red room? That was a bigger than these things that were running around, right? Or was that those two conjoined things that were... Oh, God. This game is crazy. This game is really crazy. Somebody just like, enough of this simulation crap. Let's just add some other shit into it. Right, well, that was what happens when you unleash a psychopath on the Sons of the Forest. Yeah, they were trapped with Jaws. That's what happened there, right? Jaws wasn't trapped. Jaws was not the one who was stranded. Those people were stranded with Jaws. Right, well, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.